Hello, everybody. You're very welcome to today's iPad only session. So I hope if you're there in the background, you can hear me and see me okay. My name is Emma, and I am a creative educator with Adobe. So hopefully you guys are all sitting there with your iPads. And just to remember, this is your iPad only session. So if you're sitting there with desktops, you may have selected the incorrect link. So teachers, just go back and check the right one there for me if you can. Okay. So like I said, my name is Emma. You're very welcome today. And I'm just going to take you through a wee bit about what we're going to do today. So here I have on my screen, I'll just flip there. We are here to do a back to school Adobe Express live session. Okay. And if you want to find out a wee bit more about what we're doing, we also have here on our screen, have a wee QR code so you can use your iPad and the camera on the iPad to scan that and bring up this link, or you can type into your browser bit.ly/BTS iPad. Okay. So just give you a wee minute just to do that now. Okay. So for anyone sitting there, hopefully you guys have the apps all downloaded on your devices. Okay. We're working with some really amazing updates over the next couple of months. So hopefully you've got all three. But if you're just sitting there with just the Adobe Express app, we'll be able to do then just the wee first challenge. Okay. So give you just a wee quick minute just to load that. Lovely stuff. So if anyone is in the comments there and you are logged in and you're able to tell me if you can view us, please let me know. Gorgeous. Fantastic. So I'm going to get started straight in. Okay. So today's session, as we see in the wee QR code, hopefully you've got the link up. We're going to do a wee graphic design challenge. So just in the background there, while we're working away, I want us to have a wee think about what you're looking forward to this year. Okay. What are you looking forward to this year being back at school? Okay. And what was the favorite thing that you did this summer? What was your most favorite thing that you managed to do this summer? Was it an activity? Was it with family? Was it with friends? Or was it just on your own? Okay. And why are you glad to be back at school? What is it that you're glad to be back at school? Are you glad to be back at school? I hope you are, because it's a great place to be. And what is your favorite food? What's your favorite food? How about we think about that while we're designing some things? Lovely. Okay. So I'm going to get started straight here. There's a wee tutorial there. So again, if you want to have a wee look and do this with me, you can find that challenge at bit.ly/BTS iPad. So I'm going to get started just pressing the home screen of my iPad. And I'm going to look for this first wee tool here, which is Adobe Express. Amazing, this big A with black app on it. And I'm just going to click on it to open it up into my home screen. It just takes a wee minute, okay? And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start a brand new project. And to do that, I want to have a wee look up here. There's loads of different pathways, but I want to create a custom size, okay? So I'm going to click on it for you. And you're going to be asked then, what kind of size do you want it to be? And I have a wee banner here just to show you. Just flip it around the screen there. We want it to be 1920 by 1080. So in the width, I'm going to type in here 1920 because we're going to use this for video, hopefully, in the next wee bit. And I'm going to click on there again, and I'm going to say that we want this to be 1080. And for anyone that makes videos, you'll know that that's the width and the height for most video screens. Gorgeous. Wonderful. Okay. So now that you're with this wee screen, there's loads of things that you can do here. You can double tap the edit text, but we don't need that at the minute. So I'm just going to pinch to zoom using my first finger and my thumb. Just going to pinch to zoom, going to tap on that text, And at the very bottom, I have the option there to delete. So I'm just going to delete that there for now. And what I might want to do, I might want to change my background. So again, I'm going to click on my background first, go into color, and I'm just going to find something really fun to work with. Let's have a look here. There's a nice pink one. I like pink. In case you can't tell, my hair is also pink. There's lovely yellows there. Beautiful. And to make sure this stays on my page, I'm just going to tap on the word done. Hopefully you can see my screen. Just tap on the word done at the very bottom of the screen. You might not be able to see that. I'm just going to reduce the size here. Nope. Lovely. So what I want to do is I want to start building my little graphic, okay? And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So the first thing is, again, I'm going to talk about me and back to school and all about the things that I'm looking forward to. So the first thing is I need to kind of introduce myself and who I am. And there's loads of different ways in how you can design this. So the first thing is I want to maybe think about putting a banner on my name. So I'm going to tap on Design Assets. And in the search bar up at the top right, I'm going to think about a banner. Okay. Gorgeous. And sometimes you just need to forget to hit enter. So there we go. And that's going to load all of that in here for me. And you can see some really amazing designs here. Some amazing choices. You can have a wee look. Oh, look at that scroll. I'm going to click on this scroll here. That fits my name nicely, I think. I'm going to tap on it. It's going to load to the screen. And I'm going to wait for that add one to be ready. Here we go. Lovely. Can everyone hopefully see the wee tick? I've just moseyed on. So there's the wee tick. Going to add one to my screen. Wonderful. If that just says asking for your customize, just hit done. Wonderful. So once you've selected your shape, you'll be able to then resize that by clicking on any of those wee nodes and dragging it back and forth. We can also think about changing the colors because we may not want black. So we can go to adjust, we can go to looks, and you can see here there's some duotone. So we've got a wee bit of a blue coming in, which is brilliant. What I might want to do is I might go into here and I'm going to click on those wee lines, and I might want to actually decide some other wee colors here. I'm going to click on the pink one to see what happens to it. It's a bit too pink for me. Let's maybe go for the darker pink so it pops up. Beautiful. And I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to hit done. Brill. I'm going to maybe bring it up here into the middle, reduce it down a wee touch. Oh, let's click the dot instead. There we go. Click the dot, reduce that down. Brilliant. So now that I have my banner, I might consider having some text. So I'm going to hit done for now. I'm going to click plus to add, and I'm going to add T for text. And my name is Emma. So let's just type that in and hit done. So it'll just pop in to whichever format and font that it likes. But if you want to change that, what do you do? Okay. So at the very bottom, now that you've highlighted loads of things or highlighted your text, you have your font here. So you can go and play about. You might want lobster, make it all squiggly. I like this monotone one sometimes. It's really good fun. We have Pacific Noir. There's loads there. Okay. If you drag over, you get more and more options. Okay. I'm going to go with seaweed. It's a good wee fun one. It kind of matches the scroll. So again, I don't really like the color. Let's have a look. I'm going to click on the color tab at the top. Click where it says white. And let's think of maybe going down to the pinks again. Big fan of pink or even purple. There's purple color. Ah, wow. Very good. I'm going to click and drag that up. Oh, let's cancel that. Let's go to color. Made a wee mistake there. Bring it over. I'm going to tap on the dark purple here. Brilliant. And what I forgot to do, which sometimes happens to everybody, I forgot to hit done. Okay, so I'm going to hit done there. Make sure that those choices are sticking, and I'm going to click and I'm going to tap and drag my name up to my banner. And you know what? I might need to just use this wee rotation tool just to get it to fit inside that banner. think the banner's just a wee bit small. So do you know what? I will click on it, make it a bit bigger, click on my name, and make it a bit bigger even still. Wonderful. Okay. And if I want to move these both around the page, there is a way to do it. Okay. If I go to edit this time around, now that I've got my text highlighted, you've got this option to select multiple. So I'm going to select multiple there, and then it means that I can also tap on my banner as well. Tap them again. There you go. You can see now 2 selected at the top, and you can hit next there. And basically what that will allow you to do is move them both around the page, make them bigger and make them smaller. So I'm going to make that a wee bit bigger, and I'm going to select off of it there and hit the tick. There we go. Let's just group them for now. Lovely. And hit done. Always hit done on your piece of work. So the next thing I want to do is I want to answer a couple of these wee questions that I mentioned, okay? Such as what you're looking forward to this year, your favorite thing that you did this summer. And sometimes whenever we're speaking, the best way to sort of visualize that is through the use of a speech bubble. So again, I go to my plus tool. And again, if you want to find out where that is, it's just at the very bottom. So click on plus for me, click design assets, and you're going to get loads of different options here. So let's click on the search and type in speech. Oh, there we go. I've added one too many E's in my search, and you get all these really class, amazing graphics popping up. There's so much choice. So what you want to do maybe is select 2 or 3, or sorry, 4 of those there that look kind of similar. So I'm having a wee look. I quite like this wee cloud. I'm going to select that one. I quite like this wee lightning bolt. It's quite fun. You can have something that's quite same style, or you can have something a wee bit different. Going to go for this wee different shape over here. Got a nice wee tail on it. And the last one then is a very standard wee speech bubble there. I'm going to play with it. So I need 4 on my canvas. We're just going to wait for them to load. And again, don't forget, you're always going to be able to pause me at any stage should you need to if you're watching this online. You can always play it back, play, pause, fast me forward, whatever you need. Hopefully you guys, it's a really great day today, so hopefully you guys are hydrating as well. And you're making your choices. Okay, sometimes we do need to wait a little touch. So what am I just doing? I'm going to click off some of them, just add the 2 that I have so far, and then add the other 2 just to see what they're like on the page. Again, if this asks you what you want to do, just hit the word done. Beautiful. So let me take these 2 for now. Okay. And what I want to do is, what my challenge is here is I want to space it so that there's enough room in the middle so that I can take a photo of myself and put me there. So I'm going to click on my little speech bubble on the left. I'm going to rotate it around a wee bit. So it looks like I'm speaking from the side, position it over here. I'm going to take my spiky one again, use the little tool just underneath the boxes of highlight. Take it there, reduce it down a wee bit. You might see now at the bottom that you have options there to change the looks and the colors. And I'm just going to, I'm going to hit the colorize option. You keep hitting that again and again and again. You're going to get different options to colorize, but what's really cool is a duotone. I quite like it. So I'm going to click on it, because then if I click onto those wee lines as well, I'm going to get more options to choose from. So let's go for this one to see what happens. And sometimes being creative is just about me being able to make a choice. But with all these amazing colors that you have access to, sometimes making a choice can be quite hard. So I'm just going to keep playing around with here. There's a lovely purple that's coming through, and hit done. And then I'm going to very quickly add those other 2 ones as well. So remember, we go to add, we go to design assets if you'd like, or you can go to shapes. Do you know what? I'll have a wee look at shapes here. and see if I can find a speech bubble. Lovely. And here you're going to get very, what we would call like standard speech bubbles, but they're very good. So we can change the colors a wee bit differently on them. So I'm going to take these two this time. I'm going to hit add to. I'm going to put them on my page, hit done. Gorgeous. Just going to start moving them around. I quite like this one, but I want to kind of completely rotate it. So what you can do to do that very quickly, if I just tap on order here, or sorry, adjust, should I say, you have these options to flip, okay? So I'm just going to flip my screen, or you can flip it the other way. You can bring it back again, down the way, you know, flip them all the way, whichever way you need to. And then I'm just going to kind of drag this over or adjust it and scale it down. Rotate it a wee bit so that wee tail is pointing inwards again. Brilliant. Lovely. And do you know what? Actually, let's color it a wee bit. Let's go to fill. And let's get something that's completely different than pink and the purples. Add a wee bit of contrast to our piece. Let's go for this bright green. Yeah, let's go for the brighter green. Wonderful. And oh yeah, always remember to hit done down at the bottom. Let's move these and adjust these about a wee bit. Oh, selected the wrong one. Beautiful. So I hope you guys are working with me on this. Just making adjustments, making changes, changing your choices until you are happy. Again, like sometimes the thing about design and creativity is it's really hard to make a choice because I love all the colors. All the colors of the rainbow are my favorite. There we go. Let's flip that way. Rotate it around with that green. It's a nice contrast. I'm going to move that up. There's a wee bit more space in there to scale it. See. Here we go. Going to take this wee one. And I'm also going to flip it too. So again, I'm going to hit adjust, flip it, rotate it. Again, I'm going to give it another bright color. Let's have a look. Going to give it a nice teal color. A bit of blue coming in through there. Blue and pink, green and pink, favorite colors ever. And hit done just to finish that. Okay, fantastic. So we've got our 4 speech bubbles. We've got our 4 questions. And now what we need to do is answer those questions on the page. So first things first is that we kind of need a bit of a title. Okay. So again, if you remember how we added that title, we went to the plus at the front, tapped on it, that button there, and add the big T for text. And here, this is where I want you to write this year. I'm looking forward to. Okay, and hit done there as well. And again, it's just going to give you some plain text. So let's play about with that first. Let's look at effects. Always go to effects. They're my favorite because you can get these really cool shadows that pop up on it. And so you can see a wee subtle shadow just behind the text. So I'm going to tap in it. I'm going to tap the wee square here. I'm going to change that color. Maybe make it a bit black to make it pop out a wee bit more. I'm going to hit done. Beautiful. I'm going to hit done on that because I'm finished with my background. Let's have a look at the font. And play around. Let's go to next. Oh, that's pretty cool. Or you can go to the permanent. I always love a good permanent marker one. Or if you want to kind of stay with your calligraphy work that you're doing, like the Emma title I've done, you can play about there. Let's go to yellowtail. That looks quite fun. And then you can scale it up, scale it down by using these wee nodes on the side of the text. I'm just going to pop that up at the very top. Lovely. And I want you to repeat that process then to answer the 4 questions, to ask the 4 questions. This year, I'm looking forward to My favorite thing I did this summer. So I'm going to give you put 5 minutes on the clock. I'm going to mute myself, add some music here for you, and I'm going to work away as well while you're doing that. All right, so I hope you guys are doing well there. So just a few things just to notice. So again, you can change the colors of your text boxes on all of these questions, don't forget. So some of those, for example, like on my wee one, my green one, my yellow, my little white yellow color isn't coming up well in front of the green, so I'm actually going to go change that. Don't forget to make those wee design choices when you can. Fantastic. So I hope you guys are getting on okay there. Any questions? You have access to the comments? Just let me know. Brilliant. One more minute. Hopefully you guys are keeping up. Again, we're just designing a little graphic here. That's all about what we did over the summer. So this year we're looking forward to. We're glad to be back at school because what's the favorite thing you did? What's your favorite thing that you did this summer? And what's your favorite food? What's changed? Tell us a wee bit more about it. Okay, so just going to pause the music and move on. So hopefully you guys are still with me. Okay. What I want to do next, the next part of this week creative challenge is I want to place myself inside this now. Okay, so I'm just going to get my iPad, the computer over here and an iPad over here. And this time what I want to do, I'm just going to swipe out of the app. Just going to go home. Okay. And I'm going to locate my camera app. Here's it here. I click on my camera app and hopefully so it's going to reverse here. Here we are. Position myself in front of the screen, giving myself a nice big smile and look at the camera because I always forget to do that myself. Look at the camera and smile. Here we go. Gorgeous. So what we want to do is we want to take that photograph, go back into our app. And this time around, just hit done on whatever it is that we are editing. And I'm going to hit the add button. And this time around, I'm going to go to photos. So this is going to be everything that is in my iPad at the moment. So click on photos and I'm going to go to photo library. And I'm going to tap on my gorgeous, lovely little face over here. And I'm going to tap on add. And this is going to bring my photo in and you're going to be asked as an option here. Do you want to pin it to your background or move freely? Let's tap the option to move freely. And this is going to bring in my entire photo. But what I want to do is I want to be able to remove the background here. And at the moment, it's trying to change our looks about this. So I want to go to edit this time round. And I see this third option here. This is the remove background option. And when you see the magic of Adobe, it's going to analyze this photograph and remove the majority of our background. So obviously I am in the middle, obviously my wee hand here. So if I want to even get rid of that, I can use the crop and shape button. Let's have a look. And you can even actually put yourself inside a shape. So this is a fun, cool tool. I don't want to cut myself off too much. So maybe let's put myself into like a wee hexagonal shape. Position myself into the middle. And you know what? I'm going to hit done. So that'll cut my arm off and make me look like I'm sitting where I need to be, which is brilliant. So I'm just going to make myself go up here in the middle, starting to get my piece together. So I've got all my answers, all my questions, myself in the middle. Now I need to actually answer the questions. So what is it I'm actually looking forward to this year? Well, let's have a wee think. I am really looking forward to doing more creative workshops. I absolutely love working with all the Adobe tools. I have so much fun using them. So this time around, I'm going to hit done and I'm going to tap on the add button. And I'm going to go into photographs. This time I'm going to go into Adobe stock. I want to have a look at the Adobe stock and I'm looking forward to doing some creative workshops. So I'm going to tap on the search option and I'm just going to type in the word creative and see what pops up. There's loads of different things that pops up. And I really like this little light bulb over here. Sometimes creativity is represented by all the different light bulbs, or you can choose this wee hand up here with a different bursts of color happening. Always find the lemons, lemons really good fun. So you can spend a wee bit of time selecting which option you want to go for. I think I will go for this little light bulb over here. Happy to get creative. It's always good to pick a background that isn't as busy so that it doesn't take everything with you. Let's hit add one. Again, tap the option there to move freely. Here we go. And if you remember, we're just going to go to edit, go to remove background to get rid of that because I'm looking forward to being creative and thinking creatively. I'm just going to position my wee light bulb in here. Brilliant. And even if you want to go to looks, you can enhance that, make it a wee bit of a different color. Try not to go to grayscale. I want things to be nice and colorful and bright. And you can play about there with the colorize option and see what you like the best of. So I'm going to go to lighten actually. That's quite nice. Go to lighten and go to done. So what was my favorite thing? Let's think about summer. So my favorite thing this summer is I got to play combat archery. Went down to Galway, absolutely amazing fun. basically had wee archery with wee soft foams at the front, and you were able to kind of, dip, dodge, and dart around the playing fields. It was so much fun. So I'm going to go into here and I'm going to search for archery. And it's the same process, guys. Okay. Here we go. Some amazing fun here. Let's see. There's a wee bullseye. There's a wee one here. That's a good shout to go for. This one's quite good to maybe select so that you can see, there's empty space. This one's really cool. This is what I would wish I was wearing whenever I was playing the archery. So I'm going to tap on this one and I'm going to wait for it to load. And then I'm just going to hit add one. So hopefully you guys are either with me or ahead of me, getting all your answers in a visual format. I'm going to go here to edit, remove background. It'll do that a bit quick for me. And this time around, you know what? I'm actually going to go to looks again and color and see what fun, creative ways I can make that. Oh, that looks quite cool. Looks a bit like the blue of my background. Let's go to the purple. Purple and blue are one of my favorite things. So let's hit done. Beautiful. Let's reduce that down a wee touch. Rotator. Brilliant. And then just fit that into my little speech bubble and just follow the process for the other two answers that you want to give. So let's put the music back on. Let's get to being creative. I'll give you a few minutes to catch up. While you're working in the background, I'm just going to explain why I'm glad to be back in school for any little ones there that need a wee bit of an idea. Well, the main thing is that all my friends are in school. And that's what I want to search for. I want to search for a photograph of friends. This is a bit like how me and my friends are. Always being silly with each other. Some really nice photographs, nice fist bumps going on there. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this one. Of these four group of girls. Here we go. Move freely. Play about. Let's hit edit. Move background again. And then move them over. I like them in the white shirts. We'll actually keep them the same. And I'm going to speed this up. My favorite food, bowl of rice. And let's repeat that process one more time. Remove background. You can adjust it if you wish. Enhance. Play with the colors. See what the enhance does. You can, yeah, this is a good one. Let's increase those colors up a bit. Make them nice and sharp. And let's have a look at the warmth. Yes, nice and hot. Spicy food reminds me of the spicy food. I like spicy foods. Amazing. Okay, so hopefully you guys are still with me and you've also created a really amazing little piece of graphic. So what do you do with it now? Okay, so what we can do is we can actually take our graphic and bring it into our Adobe video tool. So that's what we're going to do next. And the way to do that at the moment is up at the top right hand corner, you have these two buttons. You can download or share. Let's press the left one there. Let's download this as an image and just hit the download. That'll prepare your project. You'll see a wee screen, save to camera roll. And then what that means that we can do is we can go into our video tool, which is the Spark video tool. So hopefully you guys have access to this. Again, we're hoping to update these before Christmas or in and around the Christmas period. So let's have a quick wee look here at the video tool for now with what you've got. Press the plus, and I'm just going to skip to editor straight in here for it. And what I want to do then, I'm thinking, looking at my screen and my canvas, let's just press the plus there and go grab that image that I had on my photos. So if this happens to you, this happens to me sometimes. Let's go to settings. There's photo access, all photos. And let's go to Spark Video again. Bring that up. Press the plus. Skip to editor. Press plus and go. Oh, let's go back into our photos. There we go. Let's go to. There we go. Where's my recents? There we go. Click on it. And there's my wonderful graphic. Here we go. Finally got the graphic in and hit done. So there's a few things you can do from here. Be smart about this and answer our questions. So you can click on here and hit duplicate. We have 4 questions to answer. And duplicate that's the 3rd time. And there you've got 4. Let's go to the first one. Let's go back on the first one. And this time around, what I want to do is I want to record my answers now. If I click and I hold then on that microphone button, what it's going to do is going to pick up my voice and it's going to record. So I'm going to click and hold. Here we go. Hi, my name is Emma, and this year I'm really looking forward to being creative. Here we go. Might just pick up my, here we go at the start, but let's just play it. Might not play just through here because I'm sharing my screen a different way, but you get the idea. You can see there that 7 seconds has been recorded. So what I want to do then on my next screen is that I don't want it to be the exact same. So to give it a wee bit of versatility, to make it a wee bit more dynamic, what I want to do is on my image, I'm going to pinch to zoom using my forefinger. I'm just going to bring that in and go, my favorite thing about the summer, I'm going to talk a wee bit about it, press and hold my microphone. My favorite thing I did this summer was combat archery. It was so much fun dipping and dodging in between the hay bales. Brilliant. Let's follow the same process again up at the top here. I'm glad to be back at school because, here we go. I'm glad to be back at school because that's where all my friends are and I get to see them every day. Gorgeous. You see the idea. And the very last one, let's just leave it there. A wee bit of a zoom in, just a small one. And my favorite food is a bowl of rice with all the vegetables and spicy goodness. Amazing. Okay. So what you can do then, you can go and play that at the very start. You can hear what it sounds like. The sound might not come through just because of the way I'm sharing my screen, but you will see it then flip in between all of your different scenes. So let's go back. So what could you do to make this even more versatile? Okay. So at the minute, my face is doing the exact same thing. So there's a few things you could do. What you can do is, because we're really creative, we can start to actually point on all the different sides of the screen. And then we can download that and then apply it to here. So there's, like I said, there's loads of different ways of being creative. So let's have a look at that. So here's my little canvas. Let's click on my face. Let's get rid of that for now. Let's hit delete. And this time around, I'm going to go into my camera again. And I'm going to flip my screen so it's here. I'm going to position myself. And what I want to do is maybe point or look at all of the different answers on my screen. So let's do the first one. Let's point up to the corner and maybe look towards that corner. Look down. Look to the other side of me. This is where multitasking has to happen. Look to the other side of me. And the final one is look to the top. Just make sure that your head is clear there. Don't want anybody's head cut off. Lovely. And then what we can do then, let's just very quickly do this. You guys are experts at this field now. I'm going to go into your photographs there. Not the Adobe stock. I won't have those images of me. Let's go to my photos, my photo library. And I'm going to pick, there's my first one, hit add, remove the background. There's my first one. You can decide to put it into a shape once it's loaded. Let's crop and shape, quite like that little shape I had. Make sure that your finger is still there. Make that crop a bit bigger. Beautiful, hit done. So there's my first one, make me a bit bigger. Download that. Lovely, save the camera roll, do it again. I'm just going to delete the next one, press the plus, press photos, photo library, get the next image, which is the one pointing down. This down. Oh. Click add. And then remove the background to go to what you did. What was your favorite thing that you did this summer? And again, if you really want to do combat archery, we'd highly recommend you guys give it a go. It is so much fun. So let's do a circle this time and make it a bit bigger. Beautiful. Let's point down there. Amazing. If you hit done. And again, you guys can do that. You can get the idea, repeat the process until you have all 4 done. Save to camera roll. So that's our second one done. Let's tap on our image. Yes, we're really enjoying Adobe. Always hit 5 stars for that if you see it. You really love Adobe. I do. I actually do. It's really good fun. Great way to be creative and design posters. So let's do the one up here. Already did that one down and the next down on the other side of me. Lovely. And you can see I really love that food. Gonna hit done. Just going to do this quickly so you guys can see what it looks like in the video. Let's prepare your project, save to camera roll, boom, brilliant. You can see how quickly this is, which is brilliant. And photos one more time. There's all my images starting to save. Last one. Make myself a bit bigger. You can crop, and if you had more time, if you pause this and you have a wee bit of time under your belt, you can pause it. And then this is my last question that I'm pointing to. Brilliant. Hit the download button, hit download, let that save to your camera roll. Gorgeous. And then what I'm going to do again is go back into my Spark video. You can delete these images back into your recent photos and that'll update. So now we've got our 4 images. And insert that one. Here, let's go back here and let's insert the one down at the bottom. Or is it the one over here? Lovely. I think we had a wee glitch there happening. So it hasn't saved a background, but I can go back and change that very quickly. There's the other side. And the very last one here. Oh, clicking on the image. And this is the one I want over here. So here you can add a wee bit more dynamic aspects to your photo, to your video. so that if I pinch to zoom now, it looks a wee bit better as to which question I'm answering. So let me just show you what it might look like. Amazing. Lovely. And the very last one there, you've got all your questions. And then what you can do then is just you hide your credits. If you really want to add one at the end, just showing the whole layout, it's always very good to do that. I'm just going to go back to my wee original one then. And then you can record all of your answers. And at the very end, you can talk a wee bit more about what you're looking forward to this school term. And once you're done that, what you can do is hit the share button. You can save that video to your camera roll, or you can copy that link to your clipboard. Brilliant. So I'm going to give you a few minutes just to wrap up, finish up. Any questions, hit them in the comments if you're logged in. Here we go. Get playing around, guys. Also going to go back and just see what is happening there. So if a glitch ever happens, it might happen to you. Technology is so great sometimes. It works when you want to. These things happen. So we just go back in, shut it all down. I'm just going to repost that one up here that didn't post for me. Just double check which one it is, the one at the bottom. Just to show you before we wrap up. Move freely, remove your background. It's all about my favorite food as well. I have this for my lunch, waiting on me. Fantastic. Let's go and make that wee change again. Last time, click on your photograph, go back to photographs, go back to recents. There we go. There's up to date with our lovely pink background. Pinch to zoom a wee bit more. And then I can record my audio describing what it is that my favorite food is. Hit done. And again, if you are wanting to save, you can add a wee bit of music actually. Let's add a wee bit of music. See these wee music options at the side. You could just click on them to get an idea of what it is you want. And then you can play, pause, increase the volume down here. I'm going to say that one's a nice wee song. Hit the share option. Save to camera roll. The video is looking great, Adobe. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please get in touch with us. But that is our session over. Again, always give us 5 stars for that because I enjoy Adobe Spark every single day. Lovely 5 stars. Submit. Beautiful. Fantastic. So guys, thank you so much for today. Again, we are hoping to have the updates for our lovely new software coming up to Christmas period here. So keep using Adobe Spark for now if you kind of have access to it, but the Adobe Express suite of tools to make amazing posters, graphics, comic strips, and everything is there for you. I hope you have enjoyed today's session, and if you know who I am, hopefully I'll see you in a school in Northern Ireland pretty soon. So thank you so much today for joining me, and have a lovely day. Bye guys.